For thousands of years, humanity has struggled with one thing: the monetary system, banking. We started with bartering, then we moved to gold, then fiat, and civilization's explosive growth, think the Industrial Revolution, has been because of the system, which has cycles, right? As history has shown, we go from a strong state banking system where you are paid a large sum that holds its value over time, to then the greedy pariah that overthrows the leader in charge and then establishes central banking, which sucks up the money, the wealth, and health of the people, all the while morally corrupting the society and distracting them with mindless, endless entertainment, so they don't realize what they have lost. They have taken everything away from us. Previous generations were able to buy homes and have a family in their 20s. Fast forward to this current day, we have a generation struggling to live on their own. We have stagnant wages, crippling addictions across the country, endless vices, extreme wealth inequality, rising inflation, alongside a complete degradation of society. In every form, from the culture, to the food you consume, to the clothes you wear, the dating scene, and even a massive invasion of foreigners who undercut your already low and stagnant wages even more. Something is fundamentally broken. But what if I told you that this was all on purpose, and that the wealth you should be creating in your 20s is actually in somebody else's hands? What if I told you they don't want you to understand how money actually works, because if you did, there'd be a revolution before tomorrow morning. The money you work back-breakingly for, they print out well. And you pick up the bill with a hidden tax called inflation. Every year, money is created out of thin air and added to the system, making the entire supply more diluted. This new money steals value from the old money. The whole system is based on fraud and illusion. And once people stop believing in the currency, the whole thing collapses. And then they create a new system, and the cycle repeats. That's thousands of years simplified. Every war in human history has been because of banking. They financed the entire thing, and it's the only way to keep the system of fraud, deception, and theft afloat. Countless men have gone against this behemoth, with success only lasting a short while before they are assassinated and the whole system completely dismantled and destroyed. Cypherpunks saw this history of the downfall of civilizations, and decided that the only permanent solution to this is a system of money in the hands of the people that is incorruptible. And the first iteration was David Chum's eCash, which ultimately failed because of a single point of centralized failure. The lesson was learned later with Satoshi Nakamoto, who created Bitcoin, and realized that it needs to be fully decentralized instead of relying on a company which, as in David Chum's case, went bankrupt. For many years, Bitcoin operated as digital cash, and adoption began to skyrocket. Steam and many others began accepting it. But when law enforcement got wind of it, they began to throw everything in the kitchen sink at it to prevent it from collapsing the dollar. They used death threats, swatting, DDoSing, manipulation of public consensus, that is public opinion, censoring, and working with internet providers and even social media, the forums, Reddit, Twitter, to completely control the narrative. They installed and propped up puppets of central intelligence agencies. Thus began the downward spiral of adoption, and began the speculation and manipulation of the price appreciation from Tether. As Bitcoin had no use case after this hijacking, it became a hijacked version of what it was supposed to be. And now it became a way to distract people from the revolutionary idea that these cypherpunks had. That was Bitcoin. And eventually, these people, Central Intelligence Agencies, put a sour taste in people's mouths when they hear the words crypto or decentralization. Their mission was clear. Completely destroy the threat and silence anyone who opposed. Law enforcement was so busy with hijacking Bitcoin that Monero slipped through the cracks, and they lost the chance to take it over. Instead, after a 2021 paper in which the author said that it would be impossible to ban Monero, and instead they should create a voluntary exit of its users through delistings and price suppression. Because Monero is private, it's fast, it's cheap to use, it's decentralized as anybody can support the network mining with a computer at their home. It's CPU based. And it's really the only way to end central banking permanently. There is no greater cause to fight for, and it won't be easy. But we stand on the precipice of a new world with unlimited possibilities. We could explore the stars and tap the ocean depths. Or we'll be forced into a world of dystopia, one with social credit scores, central bank digital currencies, goy-slop, and pure slavery. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. You will eat the bugs. You will live in a pod. If you knew there was a tool to solve one of the world's most important issues, what would you do? Would you take charge and do anything and everything it took to make it a reality? Even if it was only a mere small percentage? Would you deflect to giving up and claiming that a financial revolution wasn't possible? Nothing will overtake the dollar. There's no hope. There's nothing. We'd counter and say, anything is possible to him who will try. There are no set rules in this life. We can take and shape the world however we want. And this is only possible with divine power and this current state, which I believe is God. As this will be brought on with incalculable misery and suffering as the bankers slowly lose more control and power. We must fight with everything. Let everybody know about Monero. Accept Monero if you have a business. Ask to be paid in Monero, and connect with the community and fight for awareness. Even the smallest action can be the catalyst that helped spur on the new world renaissance. And that is a future that I want to fight for. I want another World's Fair. I want to see the stars. I want to go beyond what we could even think is possible. Frankly, we haven't even explored the ocean. Right? There is so much for us to do. And the only way we do this is a revolution. And there have been many revolutions over the course of history. The most recent one in Western civilization was the 1776 revolution, right? Where we violently overthrew the British government because of attacks on tea. Fast forward to today, we have attacks on everything from when we're paid to when we buy something to when we die to when we breathe, right? Everything is taxed. And we have no representation. This is the United States of Israel. We are under control. Our elected representatives are bought and paid for through AIPAC. The only way to break out of this cage of financial slavery is with Monero. And I don't care how many times I have to beat this drum. I don't care if only one person listens to this and takes it to heart. I will keep on going. I will keep on learning. I will keep on getting better. Because this is something worth fighting for. This is something worth giving up wealth and time because of the future that it will bring. And it brings me to tears talking about it. Because we are on the precipice of what could be. Something unconceivable in human imagination. It completely reshapes what the future will be. Right now, it seems very grim with the digital ID and you being tracked everywhere, being told what you can and can't spend, have your savings, have a timer on it, right? The elites, the ones who have all the money that stole it from you, they want full control. And it is either that system or this system. Many have come before us. But now, there's no going back. There is no hope after Monero. Either we succeed, or it's over. There's nothing after this. There's no other coin. There's no other revolution. You will have no freedom. Every single movement, everything you say, tracked and permanently linked to you. They have prediction-based AI models funded through Palantir. And it sounds like conspiracy theory, but it's not. We are this close to freeing humanity with the only money that can take on these central banks. This close. And if we fail, there's no going back. We must fight. There's no reason to play it by the books. Do what you have to. The world's not ready for this, because this will build up every nation. I wish you could understand that there are already trillionaires in this world. The richest people in this world are not on the Forbes list. There is untold wealth that you cannot even begin to wrap your brain around. So much has been stolen from you that you would go out and you would hunt the CEOs, anybody in the banking system down, and kill them immediately if you learned how much was taken from you. The only way to take that back, take that wealth back, is to pull the rug out from underneath them. Take everything they have. This is a revolution. They will be stuck holding worthless banknotes. And the people will have all the wealth. There's nothing they can do. They can't stop it. It's decentralized. Anybody can prevent their hijacking by turning on their PC, mining, and running a node. We must revolt en masse. We must group up, we must make friends, and we must fight for the future. Bitcoin was hijacked. Monero only slipped through the cracks by the graces of God. We won't get another chance. It's do or die. And I hope to look back on this and smile. Because the future doesn't look bright. And yet, we will succeed. Because I don't want to live in a world without Monero. I don't want to live in the this bullshit world we live in right now. I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for my future children. I'm tired of the endless wars, the inflation of the usury, the deception, of the manipulation, of this system of fraud and bloodlust. It's time to flip the tables like our Lord God, Jesus Christ, did in the Bible. He flipped the tables of the money usurers to the lenders. It's time to do that. Permanently. We will win. But it will be brought on with incalculable misery. And yet, it will be the most satisfying thing humanity has ever done. This one was tough. I get choked up when I talk about Monero. I can get all, but as time goes on, and we see these new laws enacted, whether that be in the UK, the ID verification on Spotify, Discord, all social media to protect the children, becomes well aware that time is slipping through our fingers. And that most people don't understand this. They are distracted by greed. They are distracted by sports ball. They are distracted. And I'm scared they'll never wake up. I hope we're not too far gone. And I will dumb myself down. And I will continue to spend countless hours and time on this mission. I've been attacked endlessly from even people in this community, and I will always press on because I'm not a quitter. It gets hard sometimes, and I've spent so many hours and so many things I could have done. I've done nothing for the past year except for promote Monero and do all this stuff and invest large sums and sell all my stuff for Monero. And I would do it all again, but I don't know if anybody listened to this entire video, but yeah, man. So I forget.